Hey guys, it's TRIZE here, formerly known as Mr. Jack and 000, back with Automation, the car company Tycoon game and the most powerful engine series. We're going to be building the most smallest but powerful V12 engine as of right now. This is the last of the non-DLC V engines in this game, as I've covered all of them except for the V16. After showing off the V16, which will come soon, I'll finish things off with the Boxer 4 and 6, so look out for those when the time comes. So let's show off how I made this tiny V12 engine to be powerful than the car you currently drive. So first of all, you bring the year up to the year of 2020 to get the most out of this engine as possible, and we're going to be using a V60 degree V12 engine made out of whatever head material that you can choose from, and do set the bore and stroke down, square it off to 50 millimeters for the family capacity to get it to 1,178 cubic centimeters, which is roughly 1.2 liters if you round it up. And we're going to be using dual overhead cam 5 valves made out of whatever head material you want. For the internals about this engine, the crankshaft we're using is billet steel, lightweight titanium con rods, and lightweight forged pistons. And do set the bore to 45 millimeters for the varying capacity. Same thing for the stroke at 42.5 millimeters to get the true engine size to 811.1 cubic centimeters, or exactly 811, rounding that up. And with this quality slider, you max this out to a plus 15 for everything you see here to get the most out of this engine in terms of performance, reliability, everything. For the compression, you set this to a fairly high 11.2 to 1 ratio, cam profile at 100, and VVT at all cams. For the turbocharger, of course, ball bearings because it's the best one out of all of them. For the intercooler, you jump this up by a few clicks to 446 horsepower. The compressor and turbine stays as is. The compressor, keep it at 35 millimeters, the turbine at 30 millimeters, and the air ratio, you jump this up, max out to 1.4. Same thing for the max boost at 43.5 psi. For the fuel system, you probably know about this one like every single engine I've done on here. We're going to be using a direct injection with throttle per cylinder race intake running on ultimate fuel, with the fuel mixture maxed out to a 10.0, gauge timing jumping up quite a bit to a 79, and the RPM limit set to 10,500 RPM. Last but not least, with the exhaust and all this good stuff, shortcast headers thanks to it being turbocharged, and we're going to be using dual exhaust with the exhaust diameter lowered just a tad to a 44.4 millimeters, which equals to 1.75 inches. And of course, no cats, no mufflers, bring the quality up, and we get the final horsepower rating of 328.2 horsepower at 8,500 RPM, the torque at 209.9 pounds-feet of torque at 8,000 RPM. And of course, there are no problems whatsoever with this engine. See, no current warnings, no knocking valve flow, but we do get quite a bit of turbo lag. At least it's not as worse than the engines I've done before, like the inline engines or the previous V engines where the turbo kicks in are like, what, 9,000 RPM or something stupid, but you still get turbo lag with this engine right here. Alright, in just a sec, I'm going to give you a hear of what this engine sounds like. While playing around with it with the manual testing mode, I'll cycle through all the graphs on here, starting from the power and torque, torque and boost, torque and efficiency, and power and efficiency. After showing you all those graphs, I'll show you the engine that is currently ripped apart except for the turbocharger and headers to watch these grow red while doing some fake gear shifts, and that's going to be ending off our video right there. So now, let's hear what this engine sounds like right now. Sounds pretty great at the low end, but if you're Lamborghini or Ferrari, if you're listening to this, don't sue me. So that'll do it with Automation, the car company Tycoon game with the small but powerful V12 engine. There are only a few more engines left to go in this series, the V16 and both the Boxer 4 and 6 engines. For the future, I'm considering on creating the most torque in Automation since it's not brought up as much compared to getting the most horsepower. Let me know down in the comments if that's a good idea for me to start on. And for those who are interested in this type of content, please be sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on any videos like this in the future, which includes my Automation to BeamNG Drive videos too. So this is TRIZE rising up and signing out.